globally renowned investment coach, real estate mogul, and philanthropist of African descent. He is the chairman of G-Text Holdings, which operates across the US, UK, Dubai, and Nigeria, with multiple subsidiaries. He is also the founder of the Stephen Akintayo Foundation, SAF. He's a member of the Forbes Business Council and a recipient of several prestigious awards, including the Forbes Best of Africa Leading Investment Coach and Real Estate Mogul by Forbes Best of Africa Award, 2023. Dr. Akintayo spearheads a $200 million expansion project in the U.S., solidifying his impact in global real estate. His vision is to control 25,000 green and smart homes across 4 continents and have a real estate portfolio of $40 billion under management by 2035. Through the Stephen Akintayo Foundation, he aims to empower 1 million entrepreneurs by 2050, offering grants and mentorship to drive financial independence and sustainable development. An advocate for wealth creation education, he founded the Stephen Akintayo University. Robert Kiyosaki, John Maxwell, Brian Tracy, Grant Cardone, Ryan Serhat, Sam Adeyemi, Les Brown, Dan Locke, and Dr. Cosmas Maduka are among the many facilitators at Stephen Akintayo University and authored 45 books, including Billionaire Habits. They are available on Amazon or visit store.stephenakintayo.com. He hosts investment chat and Rolls-Royce and other influential platforms, featuring global thought leaders. Despite humble beginnings in Maiduguri, Nigeria, Dr. Akintayo overcame adversity to build a multi-billion-dollar empire. He holds degrees in microbiology, strategic leadership, and real estate investment, and is a Harvard alumnus. Driven by social impact, he launched the Mercy Food Bank, aiming to feed 1 billion people by 2050. Dr. Akintayo loves adventures like travel, skydiving, scuba diving, hot air balloon experience, swimming and golfing, and many more adventures. He's married and blessed with children, and continues to inspire through his transformative vision, leadership, and philanthropy. To invite Dr. Stephen Akintayo for a speaking engagement, kindly visit www.stephenakintayo.com/booking.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, ladies and gorgeous ladies, welcome Mr. Stephen Akintayo. Thank you so much for being here, sir. We really, truly appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please have your seats and tell somebody beside you, say you're looking dashing.
You're looking dashing.
Can you use another adjective?
You're looking gorgeous.
You're looking. I say you're looking $1 billion.
You're looking $1 billion.
Okay. Some of us are scared to call big figures.
Oh no, we're the
Okay. How about you're looking $1 trillion?
You're looking $1 trillion.
We need to get used to calling big figures. Faith is calling those things that be not as though they were. A lot of times we're scared to call what we see. And you see, until you call it, it will never manifest. Right? Everything great in this world starts from what? Affirmation. Yes, it starts from the mind, but it's expressed through our tongue. Right? You will never see a woman of faith that does not talk big. No, I've never seen one. If you're a woman of faith, your tongue will go with it. Yes. And don't mind those who say, well, she's showing off, she's proud, she's arrogant. That's their business, right? I have the right to declare what I want to see, who I want to be, how much wealth I want to have. It is my job to do so. And if you have a problem with that, that is your
problem. That is your business.
Okay. Years ago, I started professing where I want to be. I'm going to travel all over the world. I'm going to run businesses all over the world. And people were, oh, he makes mouth. Oh, he's this. You know, one day I remember I had a very small office then in Nigeria, in Ikeja. And I normally take Moluwe to come to the office. Right? So it was a humbling days. But I knew I was building a global empire. And I got to the office, opened my laptop, and then somebody sent a mail and say, I will tell the whole world. I just saw inside Molue now. Right? You say, and I've been speaking, success even when I didn't look like I had it. And he was like, oh, I just saw inside Molue, you call yourself CEO. And I remember coming out of my office to the reception. It was a one-room office, but there's a balcony. I converted to a reception. And I told my receptionist, I said, one day this person will see me flying all over the world. Right? I remember they sent me this nasty email. Ladies and gentlemen, she's not just seeing me flying all over the world, she's also seeing me in private jets flying all over the world. Amen. But if I silence my tongue in those days, I say, no, I want to be wealthy first before I profess wealth, I won't be here. So I want to give you a 30-second liberty. Look at your neighbor and prophesy the wealth you see. Right? Oh, you are scared? What did your neighbor say? I hope they said amen. I want to say this because this is a women meeting. Anytime you speak about your dream to your friend and they frown you off their face, run. That's not a friend.
Exactly.
A good friend will say you can do it.
Yes, go for it.
You are much able. And weeks later they will remind you and say, how far would that project? How far? That is a good friend. Are we together now? But a jealous friend is are we sure? Right? And that's why you must be careful the tongue of people around you.
Yes.
Right? The energy of the people around you.
Yes.
Because they determine how far you can go.
That's right.
If the people around you are telling you can't do it, then you can't. So I surround myself with people who say, come on, if anybody can do this project, it's you.
You can do
It's
it.
you. So I want to start by giving us an assignment. I'm waiting for my slide. First assignment, I want you to write a 5-year goal plan. If money is not a problem, what are the assets you desire to have? Remember the assignment again. If money is not the problem, the challenge many of us have, we put money first. Can I shock you? I put money last. If I have a business I want to start, I think about the cost last. I first think about the idea, the uniqueness, what's going to make me different, how big the idea will be, right? That's the first thing, because you will never be able to pursue your dreams if you put money first. Because you then say, oh, I've not paid this bill, I don't have this money. No, ideas rule the world, not money. Can I say that again? Ideas rule the world. Money will always follow great idea. And I'll probably demonstrate this for us before I leave here. Money will always what? Follow great ideas. So it's important to prioritize the idea. So you give me a 5-year goal plan. In the next 5 years, what do you want to have? I want to have a house in Maldives. I want to have a house in this. And they must be generating this much income. I want to have this much business, maybe 2 businesses or 3 businesses. I want to have assets in gold, assets in crypto, or assets in this. Make a list of things you want to have if money is not a problem. And please don't think of money at this point. So, and your mind will play tricks on you. Sometimes when you're trying to write it, so don't tell me I want to have a house in London. How much is the house? Right? So, listen, you must have a smart goal. You must be specific. Right? So, I want to have $1 million house in so-so place. So, we're expanding to the US, starting a $200 million expansion. And I said, I want to have a house in the US. And my first decision was, it must be 5-acre house. I love big land. I love land where I can, take a walk on my property and speak in tongues. I want a house that is facing a river or an ocean, and I told the agent, this is what I want. Well, I didn't get 5-acre house. I got 3.3 acre, in Houston. And I live there now. At least I try. Now, this is also why you should dream big. I have a quote, I say, dream so big that failure will be a success. Does that make sense? Dream so what? So big that... Oh, I love that. Beautiful. Mention the acres. Mention the acres. Yes, put the acres. Dream so big. Now imagine I dream so small. I want to have a house on a 1 plot. Maybe I'll end up on a half plot. I don't know if you get my point. Dream so big that what? Failure will be what? Will be success. It's not will look like it's success. How many people have 3.3 acre house? You see where I'm going? So that it will be a success. That there's nobody who will see you and imagine, no, what you've achieved is huge. So dream it big. Don't think money. Just be writing it as you desire. Is this making sense at all? Come on, is this making sense? Yes. Do you have my slide now? Which laptop are you? Apple? Sure. Jesus. Oh, do you have it on? I can't use the laptop. Can I use it on your phone? And I would love to. Maybe you want to restart. And you can restart it. If you can restart that. Okay, good. So, her wealth, her legacy, investing in women, transforming minds. That's my topic. And when you invest in a woman, you invest in a nation. Her wealth today is her legacy tomorrow. This is a quotable quote that I want you to take serious. I will say it again. When you invest in a woman, you invest in a nation. Her wealth today is her legacy tomorrow. I was sharing a story with us back in Doha, but we didn't have enough time to talk about it. I am a product of the sacrifice of my late mom. Alari Ogo, Omalaye, Omoigi Bumbo, Nishowo, Otonitobi. Those of you who are Yoruba, you know that. That's one of my mom's Oriki. Great woman. Sacrifice for 5 children. 5 children. Was a civil servant. She didn't have much, but she wanted us to be the best. Right? She was my first investor. She would give me money. I do all these small businesses. I do popcorn. I hawk electronics. All the smaller business, and I kept failing. And then she would encourage me again and give me another money out of the little that she had. I always tell people, I say, if I have any regret in this world, is that my mom is not alive to see who I have become today. Because she worked so hard, and it's virtually the story of most women, 99%. Working so hard for their children, working so hard for a legacy. And that's why when you invest in a woman, when a woman invests financially, you have invested in a nation. Because it goes beyond her, right? Men sometimes can be selfish. Women are selfless, right? Extremely selfless. And so I'm very passionate about women building wealth. Because it's not about them. Once in a while is when we do this, which is why, can we celebrate, this is NHN. Celebrate. One of the reasons why we sponsor this event is because you deserve more than this. I was still telling somebody, I said, this is probably once in a year that some of you are doing this for yourself. Once you live here now, my son, my husband, That is all about everybody else except you. True of us. So that somebody thought of putting together something like this, that you can celebrate yourselves, that you can feel good, and it's just about you. I think we should clap for our one more time. Come on, let's do that. I want us to do our best to keep this vision alive because it costs a lot. I do a lot of retreats, so I know what goes into things like this. I do a lot, and I know how hard it can be. Sometimes I do retreats. I also, because just something will happen that you didn't plan for, and what should have been at least break even, you just run into debt, right? So it takes a lot of sacrifice, and please let's keep this vision alive, right? I say this often. It's easy to talk down on hard work. It's easy to what?
Talk down on hard work.
Particularly if you are not working hard. And the only hard work you are doing is to talk. Can I say that again? It's easy to talk down on what?
Hard work.
Particularly if you are not working hard. It doesn't cost any effort to run your mouth.
Yes,
Right? This should have been like that. That one should have been like this. This one should have been like, try one. And you know how hard it can be. Are we together now? So let's encourage each other when we put effort into making something great. Now, women play an increasingly powerful role in wealth and nation building. And we've seen this over and over again. So let's look at untapped $1 trillion opportunity, right? The staggering potential, closing the gender gap, adds 28 trillion to the global economy. The reality, women reinvest up to 90% of their income into their families and community. Do you see that? So the gender gap we see often is a situation whereby sometimes in Africa we invest more in male child than female child. That's pure nonsense, right? We see situations where in some countries they pay more men than they pay female. In our organization, we have more female leaders, and everybody's paid equally, whether you're a male or a female, right? We don't know something called gender, and I've seen that women are more loyal in organization.
Yeah.
Right? I own over 20 businesses, and I've seen more women being loyal than the men. And so I'm always of the opinion that, however, there's something I must say here, and this is very important. Women struggle to extend grace to each other. Sometimes I hear stories about, the men don't want women to succeed. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Women are their own problem. Women are more critical of each other. Now they pretend that they are not each other's problem. Can I speak or I should off the mic? I should off the mic. Women oftentimes are their own problem. Right? We pretend like, my sister, but I don't they call her sister, but sister. Right? So we need to extend more grace to each other. Am I making sense? Yes. Extend what? Grace. More grace to each other. Understand that none of us is perfect. Understand, sometimes my wife always says it's tough to gossip with me. Because the conversation can go on, and at the end of the day, I say, after all, none of us is perfect. That's not what she wants to hear. Like, oh no, let's go hard. I'm like, no, none of us is perfect. And it's true. None of us is perfect. And I think sometimes if you want to kill some gossip, that's how to do it. Right? After the person goes, she's the devil, she's the enemy, but none of us is perfect. We're all working on ourselves. What do you notice? Suddenly the person just, go cold. And why is this important? Because more women need to work together.
Indeed.
When it comes to fashion, we are excited. what we are doing now, take video, celebrate each other. Oh, go, girl. When we say, yeah, do business with each other, story will start. Are we together now? Yes. So can we work hard on beginning to be intentional about doing business together? Right? Doing things together that can help to create wealth. The systemic barrier that women face, right, limits access to capital. We've seen situations whereby men get more capital to start business than women do, including in companies that are run by women. I'm not making sense of it. Right? Sometimes women feel comfortable to give another man capital for business than to give another fellow woman capital for business. And we say we need to bring down these systemic issues. Are we together? Yes. Because if we do, then wealth can flow. In this room, can anybody here guess what every woman here is worth? Anyone? Just give me a random figure. What do you think women here are worth in this room? The total worth financially now. Right? Everybody here. All of billion dollars. Huh? $200 billion. Mama. No. Please, I'm not even prophesying now. Literally, what do you think if we put the net worth of all of you here together? What do you think is worth? At least $1 billion. So do we all agree $1 billion? Can I see your hands up if you agree $1 billion at least? Actual, yes, money, real cash, real, yes, as of now, real. What do you think you guys are worth again? $20 billion. No, not your prophecy. So, do we all agree to $1 billion? We all agree? Hello, do we agree? Yes. No, lesser or higher? No, but at least $1 billion. We all agree?
Yes.
Good. One house. I'm going somewhere with that. If truly we are worth $1 billion, right? Why is that money not flowing in this room?
It is.
Can I shock you that in the next 12 months, that money, at least 99% of it will not flow in this room?
Yes.
Some of us will still buy more clothes, but it's not from fashion designer here. Because I want you to understand how money is made. That's why they call it currency. Are we together now? Call what? Currency. And please remind me in case I forget. I want to demonstrate what currency is about at the end of today. And I'll get some volunteers and do that. That's why we call it currency. It flows like a current. So it's when the money is moving. Okay, so you need a phone. Okay. It's okay. Is it going to come? I'm not sure. That's fine. Thank you. So that's why we call it currency. So it moves, right? It just keeps flowing and flowing and flowing. Do me a favor, if you can ask my PA to just send you as a picture. If that can work. So just represent some. I have about 5 books that I would like to give for free. So I can assist you with the project. Okay. Are we together? Yes. Okay, so if the money can move amongst ourselves, now how's the money moving? Right now, let's agree with the $1 billion. In the next 12 months, we're going to buy clothes. We're going to buy shoes. We're going to buy hair. What else are we buying? Jewelry. What else are we buying? Accessory. Makeup. That one, heavy. What else?
Cars.
Events. We attend events. Parties.
We're going to buy cars.
Cars.
Send our children to school.
Send your kids to school. Health supplements. Facial. Houses.
Bone straight hair.
Bone straight hair. You know, we can go on and on. Now, do you see where the money is going? Do we see? Question is, who here are we going to patronize? Because that's the only way we can make each other wealthy. Right? Is in doing business with what? With each other. And I know where you will go. Oh, we've done it before and our hands were burnt. Then do it again with somebody more credible. I've asked the Indians and the Jews are the same. I asked, one of my business partners is an Indian. And one day he took me around his assets, and he had lands over 20,000, acres in Texas, right? Massive, running to almost $1 billion. And I remember asking, I said, how did you acquire all of this? So, my investors, I have about 80 of them in the Buddhist temple. I said, okay, you Indians, don't you have colleagues that you do business with that maybe things don't go the way you want, right? What do you do then? He said, oh, we stop doing business with that particular Indian and we look for another Indian and we continue to do business with them. Oh, what do we do in Africa? Huh? In fact, your first conversation was saying, all Nigerians cannot be trusted. But you only did business with one Nigerian. One or two. But you just cancel everyone. And it's a message I keep saying. Because I've been privileged to live in different parts of the world, done business with different people, different culture, different tribes. And I can boldly say some of the most credible people I've ever done business with are Africans. I will tell you, the only difference is that when other cultures want to scam you, it is legal, it's legit, it's on paper. They will screenshot the thing for you. Who has expressed that? Even with your signature, even with the clause. Who knows what I'm talking about? That's the reason. That's the only difference. Outside of that, right, a lot of our people go through so much. For example, I'm told that this event, some people couldn't come to China and they did refund. Can that happen to any American or British agency and then you get full refund? Talk to me now. No. Even if it's their fault.
No, I had an experience in Canada.
Yeah.
I paid for a conference and they refunded the
No.
And
I'm saying not all. Not all. You may have one or two, but not all. Right? If you do conferences like I do, I can tell you that. Right? I go for conferences where I pay $25,000, for a 3-day conference. Right? If you change your mind, they can give you another product. You can be for next year. Yeah. And guess what? It's in the contract you signed. So that's what I'm saying. That there's no story, right? It was in the contract. So it's when you start saying, no, they will screenshot the thing to you. And they will circle it. Who has been experienced that? They just circle it, circle your signature, send your email to you, Kalas.
Or they'll say 90 days time.
That's even generous. Even if they do, that's generous. But I'm telling you where we are missing it. Are we learning here? Yes. Because I'm the one encouraging you to do business with each other. But we also need to then also begin to talk about when it doesn't work. Right? Can we put the proper clauses? Can we, because what you see are situations where we just forget the fact that there is the administrative cost to business. If you ask yourself, why do Africans fail in business? We just don't price right. We don't price right. I've heard so many people restructure their business and the major problem was they were not pricing right. That's why you will see somebody literally come and attack another person, claim that the other person is cheating them because their price is higher. Have you ever seen such in America? Have you ever seen something where two people are fighting over, oh, this person is coming, you Nigerians. He's pricing at this place. Me, I have my own cheaper. Right? There's no such thing. Everybody do your business. I can charge at my price. You charge at your what? At your price. We do business with whoever we feel like doing business with. Is this making sense at all? Now, intentionally saying this because these are the little foxes that is affecting our ability to do business with each other as women. Okay? I remember, and it's a culture. One of the gifts I bought my mom was a wristwatch. I did a business and I made some little profit. Then I bought her a gold-plated wristwatch. It's not really gold, but the color is gold-plated, right? And as soon as I gave my mom the watch, instead of her to say, thank you, my son, God bless you. You know the first thing is, how much did you buy? They cheated you. They cheated you. They must have cheated you. Right?
I would do the same thing. It's true, sir.
Funny enough, that was the last gift I gave her before she died. And sometimes when I try to remember my late mom, I'm so happy I did that. Because that was one of those things I can say, I used my money that I made to give her something. At least I gave her something before she died. And that's going back to the conversation that there are subconscious mentality that the next person is trying to cheat you. And in real business, it doesn't work like that. Is there value? Then go for the value and move on. Because everybody has something unique to it. And many women will have done great businesses but for their pricing. You know what I'm talking about? So you end up doing a dress, let's say you're a fashion person, and you run into debt. And the person still doesn't even appreciate it. Is this saying you charge them too much? Who knows what I'm talking about? So we then need to begin to free ourselves subconsciously. It's okay if I charge premium. I am just premium. That's all. Right? We do real estate, for example, and I remember someone years ago, they were like, you are too expensive. I said, yes, we are the Rolls Royce of land. Right? You can go and buy the Toyota of land. And someone will say, don't you have something cheaper? I say, if I sell in all categories, where will other people do business? So it's okay, me and make the high price point. Are we learning something here? Let others go for the what? Lower category. There's no fight. There's no fight. We all are taking care of different segments of the market. Tell your neighbor, I am taking care of a different segment of the market. I am taking care of a different segment of the market. So there's no need to start unnecessary competition. There's just no need for that, right? We're going to be, I have a new book on AI. I'm even having a conference on Sunday in London on AI. And I think AI is a game changer for women. Because it doesn't require much coding, and there's so much that you can begin to do, right? There's so much you can restructure your business leveraging on AI, right? And I hope they can give you the link, or at some point they can pull it up where you can download the book. I hope we can do that. And you'll be able to have access, you download the entire 5-book. It's supposed to be $27 each, but you're getting all of it for free. So the power of a wealthy mind. So let's get into the mind. How mindset shapes destiny. So income alone doesn't create wealth, right? Your thinking determines whether you build it or you lose it. Many times we've made money and we lost it. And it's always a function of our mind. I always say there are 3 categories of people in this world. And you will know them by what they say. Okay? 4 people talk about other people. Rich people talk about things. So a rich person will talk about their car, their jewelries, the expensive school their children is attending, right? The yachts and go. And this is the reason why sometimes you are meeting a wealthy man and you think he's poor. Who knows what I'm talking about? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Because what he's saying, you want him to say about, I'll give a practical example. one of my mentors in business, Dr. Cosmos Maduka, of course, Chari, so he has the exclusive dealership of Rolls Royce. Now, when I started my relationship with him, the first day I went to his house, my eye was fixated on his garage because this man doesn't just have the exclusive right to Rolls Royce, same to Jaguar, same to BMW, same with Ford, like many cars. So my eye was just his garage. At least we will see two Rolls Royce, and then we'll see, my mind was just, if I had the latest Rolls Royce, I will see in this person's house. Because he has the exclusive dealership, right? Only to check his garage, and there's not one Rolls Royce. There isn't one. So I said, maybe he drove it out, right, or something. The second time I came, I didn't see one, right? One day I was interviewing him. I have a show called Investment Chatting on Rolls Royce, so I interview wealthy people inside Rolls Royce. And I was interviewing him, and I had to ask that question. I said, by the way, confession. When I first came to your house, I was looking for Rolls Royce. I didn't see any, and he laughed. He said, when I was younger, I love cars. In fact, he said, I used to buy parts of cars before the car had problem. Right? He said, but now, those things just don't move me anymore. Am I making sense at all? Yes. So, may you not meet a wealthy man and think they are poor.
Exactly. Yes,
am I making sense at all? Yeah. Because your mind isn't where their mind is. And that's why we're talking about shaping your mind for wealth. Because when you move to the dimension of wealth, you are more obsessed about what? Ideas. How do we shape this sector? Now, it doesn't mean we'll make money from it, but you're more about the impact of the idea than you are about what you have, what you want to show off. Is this making sense at all? Yeah. Someone tap your neighbor and say, neighbor, move to the realm of ideas.
Neighbor, move to the realm of ideas. Come on, move to the realm of ideas.
Breaking generational patterns. Many are taught to manage money, not multiply it. A wealthy mindset shifts focus from survival to creation. Can I say that again? Yes. The concept of managing wealth is a phase. It's not the ultimate. The ultimate when it comes to money is to multiply it. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
So at the beginning is like primary 1, right? Versus primary 6, isn't it? In the realm of primary 1, when it comes to building your wealth and working your finances, we start with you need to start saving. Right? Because we want you to understand. You need to start from something, isn't it? But that's not where we want you to be. Because if you save money and you don't multiply it, of what use is it? Right? So guess who's getting richer with all your money in the bank? It's the bank. And I hope you know that your money in the bank is losing value. I hope you know. Because inflation is on it.
Inflation.
Anywhere in the world, there's still inflation. US inflation, I think it's 4% or something now. Right? So there's inflation anywhere in the world. So leaving your money to be there without multiplying it, you're losing that money actually. So the realm of growing wealth is the realm of what? Thinking of how do we begin to multiply our money? How do we begin to, grow the money? How do we make sure the money increases? And it's unfortunate that a lot of us don't want to have this conversation. Oftentimes when we talk about money, guess who we don't find in the room? The women. Do a conference on money, and you see more men than women. You see more men. And who are those who really manages wealth more? Women. Who are good steward of money? Women. But we are often not intentionally investing in changing our mind, in understanding how money works. I want to ask us a question. How many of us have attended this year a conference on money? Not on fashion, just money. Right? The answer are getting fewer. How many of us have read at least 5 books on money this year? 5 books. You've done 2. Not bad. At least you've done something. Are we seeing the gaps now? Because these are where we need to begin to close the gap. How many of us have an investment coach? Somebody you can go to and say, I have $100,000. how do I best invest it? No, you're not your husband. Yes. You see, not your husband. Right? Not yours. Even your husband is a coach.
He has an investment coach. That's what I'm saying. So that we
No.
So his coach is my
Your husband's
coach.
coach is not your coach. Right? And when I say coach, I'm not talking about somebody you know, somebody you watch online, you listen to. You have one-on-one access to them. You have a regular monthly sessions with them to say, this is where I need to be. Because remember where we started from. We said, write down where you want to be financially in the next 5 years. If money is not a problem, we remember. And I'm beginning to show you the journey you need to move, right? The way to get there. And one of the ways to get there is what? Have an investment coach. At least once a month you have a session. This is where I am. This is how far I've come. This is what I'm still doing, right? And then they guide you and they work with you. And you'll be shocked how much it will transform your life. One of the beautiful things with some of it is that it even affects other aspects of your life. One of my mentees is the captain of the Super Falcons, right? The female football team of Nigeria, right? Rashidat. I remember one of our sessions together, my time is almost up there. Yeah. It's a really So, one of our sessions together, I remember, and then we walked through a few things. And I remember me saying to her, how will you winning this female cup affect your finances? I said, it will. Because it will affect this aspect, it will affect the kind of club I join now. It will affect the kind of money I make. I said, so let's go win it. What do we need? And she mentioned a lot of the challenges. And I remember walking her through, this is how you tackle this. This is how you tackle this. And I was so excited for her when they won the cup. And she herself won, I think, 2 other awards, right, during that tournament. And it was a major game changer. Are we together now? Now, does she have the capacity on her own to have achieved that? Yes, she does, isn't it? But does she need somebody to encourage her? Yes. Absolutely. In fact, I tell people that women need more coaching than men do. Right? Why? Because women are more emotional and easily get discouraged by things. Does that make sense at all? Yes. So you need a cheerleader that should move on. Keep going. The other day I was having a meeting with Ms. Awashika, and she started giving me names of her mentors. Right? She said they're all in their 90s now. Right? I'm talking of male mentors who are successful entrepreneurs who kept cheering her on. So some of us look at certain people and you want to be like them, but you haven't set in motion. Are we together now?
Yes,
the equipment, what is required to really get to where they are. Is this making sense at all? Yes. So at the end of the day, you are saying, well, I don't know the world, everything is not working. No. It's easy for you to move from where you are to where you want to be. You just need to put things in motion. I'll give an example. If you are very emotional, then you need men who are less emotional, women who are less emotional to mentor you. Yes. Because they help put things in perspective for you. Am I making sense of all? Yes. Because emotion in itself is a good tool if well used. Right? Those of us who have daughters and our fathers, we know what we're talking about. My daughter rather can manipulate me with her emotions. Right? Daddy, and then you give her what she wants, isn't it? But too much of that same emotion can affect her, right, from succeeding in other areas. So in some areas it's good. In some areas I have to move past that emotion. Are we together now? And go to the marketplace and do business and excel. And even be able to stand out whether somebody likes me or somebody do not like me. Is this making sense at all?
Yes, a lot of sense.
So Societal, so why must we act in terms of building wealth? Right? Ignoring women means operating with half strength. Empowering women raise better educated children, build healthier families, and forge stronger communities. Nations with greater gender equality experience faster economic growth. Investing in women is not charity. It is building a stronger foundation for our collective future. I hope this makes sense. So it's important, however, to know that when women have the right mindset, then capital will flow. Can I say that again?
Yes.
When women have the what? The right mindset, capital will flow. Because sometimes you see people say, well, I will have done business, but the problem is my capital. Right? But I don't think that's the issue. Sometimes you are coming to the marketplace where we judge by logic and you are coming to us with emotions.
Thank you, sir.
I happen to be one of my wife's, business mentors, and I've had her come to me with ideas that she wants me to sponsor. That is just based on emotions, right? And I can be blunt. I'm like, this won't work, right? It won't work. Because even your presentation to me is just emotions. I can't see logic here. Right? And the marketplace answers to
Logic, not emotion.
I invest my money, I get profit. And show me how I really get the profits. Right? How many of these items will you sell? At what profit margin? Period. No stories. Is this making sense at all? Right? And if it then makes sense, then I'm going to invest. But if you come and say, hey, we're going to empower a lot of women, wait, are we doing charity or we're doing business? Right? If it's a business, then it's a business. If it's charity, it's okay. You can lose money, it's charity. Right? But we want you to do business. And when you look at Proverbs 31 woman, that was a super entrepreneur.
Yes.
True of us. True. Oh, she was a super entrepreneur. She got her money right. She saved well, she invested, she diversified, she did a lot of stuff. People respected her husband because of her own financial success.
Exactly.
Is this making sense at all?
Yes.
Because of our own financial success. And I say this often. I say this a lot to my wife. I say, I need you to succeed in business, in your finances, in your own right. Because many of us, if we have successful men, we just don't want to work harder. Oh, my husband will do it. And I don't know who I'm talking to here. That nonsense has to stop. Because the reason why you need to build your own wealth has nothing to do with the money. It's about your self-worth. It's about your emotions. It's about your own sense of worth. It's what gives you, like, I have my own. Yes, my husband is successful, but I've built my own empire too.
Exactly.
The Proverbs, we didn't have the record whether the Proverbs 31 woman husband wasn't successful, but I doubt it. I'm sure he was also a successful man. But she built her own empire. So it doesn't matter. You shouldn't just desire to build wealth because your spouse is, maybe your finances is challenged. Even if you are married to a very successful person, build your own wealth.
Amen.
Because it helps you to build your confidence. I could see how confident my wife had improved, right, since she started running a real estate business. She handles our Middle East real estate business. And I could see the audacity. I could see the boldness. I could see the confidence. So it's not really about the money. It's that when a woman is able to turn 1 + 1 and she's able to get 9, it helps us to build our self-esteem. Are we together now? Tell your neighbor, build your self-esteem. By building your finances. Tap another neighbor. Some people are dozing here. Tap them. Doesn't matter. You start dozing. By the time we're doing fashion parade, now we see the energy in the room. Now we are talking about your finances. Right? Hey! Okay? The energy has I don't know how we're going to do it, but we must get our women to be excited about finances, about entrepreneurship, the same way they're excited about makeup and fashion. parties. We have to get you guys in. Right? We have to. Because until we do that, there's a lot. And we could see an example happening. And let me say this in passing. Any man that doesn't want you to build your wealth is not a good man.
Yeah.
It's not a good man. It's not a good man. I mean, a story is trending of a young lady recently, right? Who's been alleged domestic violence and things like that. And my argument has been, in my mind, looking at that story, what have you built in the last 5 years you're married to this? There's a way you build your wealth. There's no bonder man. If he dey beat other women, don't be you. Who knows what I'm talking about? No bonder man. Right? Even if you have been beating others before, there's a way you build yourself. Am I making sense at all? It's not, you can't be in that equation.
Yes.
Right? Today marks our 13th year being married to my wife.
Happy anniversary.
And whether by mistake, by joke, I have never laid hands on her. Even by joke. It has never happened. Right? It has never happened. So I honestly can't understand it. Right? I just can't, maybe I'm in a different world.
No, you're not.
But I just can't understand it. Right? I just can't. But we need to build ourselves. Tell your fellow lady, say, we will have to build ourselves. Because many times where I see this kind of violence, not in all cases, but in most cases, the woman hasn't been financially empowered on her own. Are we together now? And what keeps such women in such abusive is that where will I turn to? What will happen to me? What will happen to my finances? Okay? So, in closing, and this is very important, number one, I want women to be intentional about empowering other women financially. Right? Women to be what? Intentional about empowering other women financially. It has to be a new movement. Right? Even if it has to be younger ones, even if you're going to pick them at teens and begin to say, I want to help you. The mistakes I made, I want you to avoid. But we have to start pulling each other up and say, hey, we need to work on our finances. Because, like I said, I've seen men die and leave their women with nothing. Right? And because their women also didn't understand money and business, where all the man's wealth is relatives, some staff, different people carted away. In fact, there was a widow story that I heard that was so touching. The husband was very successful. He died, didn't know all the staffs had been stealing. And as soon as he died, all man for himself. They just were cutting away and picking whatever they could pick. So please, this subject of finance, we must get it right. How many of you promised me to get an investment mentor? Get one. How do you get one? Good question. Maybe we'll take a few questions as a wrap up, if it's possible, right? But to answer that question, how do we... Yeah. Okay, so we'll do Q&A, but let me just quickly answer this and then we'll wrap up. It's important, how do you get a mentor? There are two mentors you need to get. Most women and men as well, we prioritize spiritual mentors. Right? If I ask all of you now, who's your mentor? There is it. Joshua Selman, Bishop Boyedepo, Reverend Sam, right? And yes, you need a spiritual mentor, right? My spiritual mentor has been Bishop Boyedepo for over 22 years, right? And I am privileged to have a great relationship with him. So beyond just being a church member. However, my business didn't move to the next level until I got a business mentor. Are we together now?
Yes, sir.
Because yes, the spiritual is there, but you also need somebody who understands how business works to guide you, right, and to help you. And there are also some things you deal with. I'm wrapping up. There are some things you deal with in business that you need certain strategies that your pastor can't tell you, so that you won't quote them. Oh, who knows what I'm talking about?
I know that.
That they can't tell.
Exactly.
But your business mentor can say, look, at this point you need to get a PR person to really defend your reputation.
Exactly.
Some of us have had competitors come after us on some bloggers. You know, if I go to my pastor, he'll say, leave them. Right? You know, yes, leave them, that's good. But my reputation, there are customers who are believing that story. There are people out there who just believe that nonsense they saw on social media. Right? And it affects in business more than it does in church. Right? So you need to get one. Now, you also then need an investment mentor different from business mentor. So if I'm in fashion, I look for somebody who's already in fashion to now be my mentor. If I am in real estate, I look for somebody bigger in real estate to be my mentor. But investment mentor isn't necessarily in the same business as I am. It's just somebody who has mastered money. So when you hear somebody say, oh, I started my business, I started my business, for example, with 1,000 naira 17 years ago. That's what we used to start a company. We're a digital marketing firm. And today we have assets all over the world running to billions. Right? So, but how did we go through that journey? You need people like that who can help guide you in that journey. Now, how do you get them? You either serve them or you pay. Right? So, and that's why I was asking, I said, how many of you went for a money conference? Now, what I didn't ask that I should have asked is, how many of you went for a paid money conference this year? Many of your hands will have been down. Right? Yes, some of you, but some more hands will have come down. Because once you hear the money part, oh, let's hold on. Right? So you either begin to prioritize going for conferences where you can meet them. Another thing is also your environment. Right? Can you learn how to play golf? There are few women who play golf. But you can meet a lot of high net, ultra wealthy people at the polo club, at the golf club. Right? We'll continue because, you know, they're breathing on my neck.
It's the excitement. It's not, because you have touched on a lot of things that God told us was going to happen before you even step foot in China. I'm getting so much, I couldn't even sit down. I couldn't sit down because God came to confirm that He was bringing a special group of people together. That He did not only want to look good, but He wanted us. I already told them about what you said in Doha, not knowing you were coming. So, this is the other thing that God was telling me. That we all have a mentor. If you heard it, but you know that God has order. And I will tell you why. Because I am announcing myself as the dean. I have experience because just a few months ago in March, I took 50 designers to the #1 university in London, London School of Economics. We went to them with a problem. We said, these designers are good, but we have no direction. Why is Gucci stealing our style? Why can we not be global? LSE is known to solve world issues. So we said this is a world issue. And they took us on and trained 50 of our designers. The same way God has brought the 50 of you here. Plus, I believe God wants to do the same. He has brought the creme de la creme of when it comes to investment, when it comes to property. And I'm going to tell you, we are going to be the case study. We're going to be NHN China case study, Stephen Akintayo University. Please come and catch the first cohort. Let me present to you our Vice Chancellor. Don't go far, you cannot escape. Our Vice Chancellor of Stephen Akintayo University. Ladies and gentlemen, you are #1 cohort because we will be wealthy and we will be wealthy. Please come and catch our video so he will not deny us later that we rumbled him. It's not that rumbled him. Okay, how's it going to start? do them. And you can do a few so that he'll remember all of us. But like I said, please don't go and start putting him. Give me your card, give me your card. We're going to do it orderly because we don't drag our vice chancellors right now. We just look at him and be like, so, Mr. Stephen Akintayo, please come here. He's not going to leave because we're going to do part 2. We need to go to lunch. After lunch, we're going to take his Q&A. Think about your Q&A. Please stand here facing me, sir. Then you will come here, sir. You are wearing your matriculation gowns. We have just entered University of Stephen Akintayo. Your dean, please take a photo well. And you soon do video so that when he says that it's not you in that picture, you just say that, look at the video. Is that a video thing as well? No story. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you yourselves the first cohort of School of Investment, Stephen Akintayo University, given our Vice Chancellor, Mr. Stephen Akintayo. Yes, faculty prefects, start thinking about yourself because you guys will have to need to vote who is. But yes, we will be the cohorts that the Lord promised. Oh my goodness. God, you were good. God, you were good. Thank you for reserving your glory to glory for China. Thank you for sending your servants. Father, that our troubles are over. We will not be empty vessels. We will be vessels that are filled. We will not just be making noise, bang, 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 when they hit us like this. Like Odogu, boom, we'll hit the floor.